Hey, what's up guys? HELLABELLA here. This is a milestone video. So I have finally sold 1,000 shirts on Amazon. So I've been waiting to get to this goal for a while now. I've been patiently waiting, and I just want to go through these things, my top takeaways from selling 1,000 shirts. And overall, I've made $5,563 in royalties since I started doing merch by Amazon. So that to me is a really significant amount of income for the first year of a business, especially when you consider maybe at the high end I don't even think I have $500 of overhead for all of it. So I'm going to let you look at Pretty Merch real quick just so you can see that those are actually all-time sales 1017. Looks like had 11 sales yesterday. Sales have been picking up to more 8, 9, 10, 11 days. Hopefully I get to some 20 days. I've got a lot of Christmas shirts going up, so but yeah, let's just dive into this. I don't usually make this many notes for videos, but this is a really important video because I have a lot to cover. So number one is progress is fucking slow. So at the beginning, it seems like it's not even worth it. Like when I first started, I think I did like $60 in royalties my first month, and there's no telling how many hours I put into it. Like I worked so hard trying to learn what it was and what people were buying and what kind of designs to make and what color background do I use, what programs do I use, should I buy a design, should I outsource? Like I was overwhelmed. But now I typically will make $200 to $300 a week in royalties. So I've made $1,000, at least $1,000 in royalties every month for the last 3 months, and that's going to be the same for this month as well. This is November. So you know, it's slow. It's a slow going thing, but don't give up on it. It's not something that happens overnight. Most of the people that you see pulling in several $1,000s a month are people who have put the time in and the effort and have, you know, made an attempt to learn different things about merch and kind of study up on the consumer behavior and study up on what kind of designs work. So number two, be smart with your time. So the more that you tier up, the more designs you're going to need. I know at first it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, but when you get to 20 slots a day or 40 slots a day, suddenly you can't sit there and make one unique design for every little thing. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll batch upload. I'll make one design that I can replace maybe a word with, for instance, grandma, mom, auntie, whatever, you know, whatever you're trying to plug into that. Or if it's a hobby shirt, you know, you can make the design itself and then replace it with all the different hobbies. So the more you tier up, the more you need to start thinking about how you can make the most out of your time. And also when it comes to that, that also has something to do with outsourcing. If you are not wanting to sit here at the computer and design all day, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you can turn this into a totally passive business if you want to. You're going to have more overhead, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Just depends on what kind of business you want to run. So number three is make what you know. So I've gone over this in some of my previous videos, but most of my most popular shirts are things that I care about, my hobbies, things that I know about, things that I understand the language that you use, the target market, what kind of, you know, what kind of girl is going to want this shirt, because I can tell whether or not I would wear it. So start out with what you know. And you can branch out from that, but it's easiest to do what you know because you know that you're not going to, you know, have some kind of design flaw or misread the target audience, or, you know, there are certain things that just don't translate well if you don't know what market you're speaking to. So I encourage people to just take your top 5 hobbies, make like a mind map, get a piece of paper and write out your 5 hobbies, and then just start going off of that, of what kind of things are related to that, what kind of gear goes associated with that, or, you know, anything that has to do with photography. You might think about cameras, you might think about lenses, you might, you know, go from there. So yeah, make what you know. So number 4 is invest in your business. So whether it's hiring a designer, buying a font, buying graphics, buying pre-made designs, you know, that money that you spend is minuscule in relation to how much money you can make. And I'm not saying go and buy a $40 font bundle, because, you know, that's just, sorry, I got a message, guys. That's just stupid. But if you see a font, you know, sometimes fonts go on sale for $1. What's $1? Like, just buy the damn font. Like, you're gonna waste your time looking for other fonts. Like, time is money. You have to understand that. Like, me sitting here flipping through, you know, 10 pages of Pixabay trying to find a good-looking Santa Claus when I could just go spend $5 on Etsy and get a, you know, pre-made Santa Claus PNG file that's high resolution. It's not even worth it. Like, and then the other thing is when you buy a design that's pre-made, nobody else is going to have it because everyone's too cheap to pay for the design. So keep that in mind and just be aware of that. You're not going to miss 10 or 20 or even $100 that you spend. I know I sure haven't. I haven't missed any of that money, especially some of the designs that are doing really well for me are ones that I outsourced. I think that I have it on here. Yeah, some of these top selling designs, sold 10 of this one, 8 of that. Some, like, I think 5 out of my top 10 designs right now are all outsourced. So number 5, this one is sort of a cautionary statement, and it's not necessarily a vicious thing, but just be careful when it comes to people trying to make money off of you because you're a beginner, because you really have to watch out for all these gurus and these classes and these one-time only offers and, you know, limited offer, only 100 people will get the offer, or, you know, 2-day windows. Those are all like words to trigger you to make a purchase. So just be careful. Think about how this business is evolving. And Facebook groups are awesome. Like, I'm in some really good Facebook groups, but there are certain people in those groups who post things for sale constantly. So, I mean, you know, just be kind of aware of that. And it's, you know, it's not a bad thing, but it's kind of rubs me the wrong way sometimes. So, but yeah, you don't really need a guru to help you make a shirt. You really, it's not that complicated. Just put a graphic and put some text and put the right keywords. That's literally all of my shirts are just picture, words, the right keywords, and the right target market. It's not something that you have to give a lot of thought to. Like, seriously, a teenager could do this business probably better than we could. Yes, my caveat of, I mean, I'm talking out of my ass a lot. Like, I really don't, I've learned all of this along the way and I've picked up things, but I'm not an expert, and you know, clearly it shows. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I don't have any products to push. You know, I don't do coaching calls or anything like that. You know, people have asked me for that before, and I'm like, what do you want me to tell you to get on your, make a design? Because that's pretty much all any coach could tell you to do. So yeah, just be wary of that. But also, Facebook groups can also provide a lot of insight and make you kind of feel like you're not alone. So there's another good side to those that, you know, it's not necessarily all bad. It's just one of the things that you kind of have to look out for. So last point is look forward and think ahead. So think about how merch will change. We know that the long sleeves just came out, and since I've been doing merch, people have been like, long sleeves are about to come out, like hoodies are about to come out, hats are about to come out, and you know, they were anticipating it, and I'm sure a lot of people planned ahead for that. So just kind of think about how merch is going to continue to change as more people enter the market. You know, you're kind of at an advantage now because you already have an account. You may already be at the 25 tier or the 100 tier or maybe the 500 tier. You know, you have an advantage over people who don't have that kind of, you know, people are still waiting to get in. So I would just say, like, don't squander this opportunity. Like, don't make it out to be bigger than it is, but also don't, you know, don't waste upload slots every day. Try to, you know, max out every day, and just kind of study and learn and grow, and you'll continue to evolve as you do this. So I guess that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Would love to hear from you in the comments of how it's going for you. What tier are you on? How many shirts have you sold overall? And, you know, anything, just get the conversation started. So appreciate you guys watching this video. Take care.